Well, welcome everyone. We are so excited to have you join us today. The purpose of today's call, as Joe Morton has asked each and every one of us to do, is to really, the more we know about the knowledge, the more information we have, the more empowered we are with passion and belief in representing and building our own business. So today, Joe has asked us to choose some products to support our active summer lifestyle. And we have along with us today, we have Kelly Allred. We also have Yoko Little, who is our Senior Director over all product marketing and product development. We have Yasue Mitsukawa, who is our Senior Director. I almost gave you a promotion. Sorry about that. Senior Brand Manager over all of XANGO's topical nutrition, which includes everything that goes on the outside of the body, and she's masterful. Actually, I've worked with Yoko and Yasue probably 15 years, or close to 15 years. We also have special multi-million-dollar earner, Carolyn Johnson, in the room today. We've got some very special VIP guests, if you'd like to introduce. Carolyn?
Roland McKee from Southern California.
Woo! All right. Our brand new 1K, and loving it.
Great. And his new distributor, Barbara Stead from Newport Beach, California.
Woo, I love Newport Beach. I'll come out and do meetings. I love Oh, yeah, there you go. And we welcome each and every one of you to come to headquarters. This is your home. This is your business. Bring in your recruits. I mean, it's really important to get to, I always tell people, never join a company unless you know who you're in business with, and choose your business partners wisely. And so thank you, Carolyn, for bringing in Raleigh today, and Barbara. It's great to have you with us as well. And so let's get started. I think, Kelly, we have a product testimonial. Would you like to introduce her, or Adam? I'm not sure who's going to introduce her.
I'll introduce her.
Okay, great.
She's a personal friend of mine, and she's had some great success with some of the mineral makeup and the Brighten, and actually the whole Glimpse line. But right now she's going to go ahead and talk to us about her mineral makeup story. Margaret, my very great friend from Alabama, are you there?
Did we just?
I'm here. Can you hear me, Kelly?
Yes, I can hear you. How are you?
Oh, great. It's so good to hear your voice. I'm doing great. Beverly, it's always wonderful to hear your voice, too. And before we say anything else, I just want to say, oh, my goodness, and tip my hat to all these folks from other countries who've called in.
Right.
I know. So, Margaret, go ahead and tell us the story.
Well, you want the mineral treatment, right?
All of it, yes, but you can start with the mineral treatment.
Okay. Well, we already had our glimpse when the mineral treatment came out, right?
Yes.
And so I was already using glimpse, and that's just a little bit different story. What I like about the mineral makeup is, besides the fact it has the nice, safe SPF in it, I was already using a dry powder that I applied similarly to how we do the mineral treatment. So but it wasn't mine. It didn't belong to my company. Didn't come out with it, and it wasn't as non-toxic. And so I was really glad to try something different. And what I found, I've had a clear complexion most of my life until I hit middle age, shall we say, and then the splotches started to appear. And the dermatologist has actually told me that was skin damage from when I was a child. Right. Well, we didn't have sunscreen when I was a child. That dates me a bit, but we didn't. And I used it faithfully from the time I was 20 or 21 when I got burned real badly. Right. But you can't do anything about those years prior, and that's real important to people who have a clear complexion like I did, because I didn't feel like I needed makeup, and what I didn't think about was I wasn't getting protection either. So I love that about the mineral treatment. And I like how it evens out my skin tone. And what I do is I use a medium that matches my skin color best. And then a friend of mine, three of us, two of my business partners, Annette Battles and Sue Edge, we all went to Utah. To Salt Lake City for the hands-on training for the glimpse training. And she told me one day after that, we had done some spa treatment parties, and she said, Margaret, I like to use the sheer on top of my makeup, just a light dusting for that extra sheen that I get. I thought, wow, that sounds good, so I do that now. And then I use the light, because I have all four. I bought all four. I wanted people to be able to see what we had to offer.
Right.
And, of course, and so I use the light on my eyelids, my entire eyelid, before I apply any eyeshadow, because we don't have fucking-free eyeshadows. And so I feel like I have the best protection I can for the day when I go out. Whether I put eye makeup on or not, I feel like I have the best protection I can get. And, of course, I spray it with a toner after I do that. But, I think I just reordered sheer, the color sheer, and I think that's the second one. So it lasted me a very long time because I used so little of those two other colors. And so that's my story about the sheer. And I go on down on my neck and down on my chest a little bit because it really makes it. I had to have a pre-cancer removed. There's just a little white spot. It's okay with me that there's a white spot. The cancer's gone, the pre-cancer. And it just evens everything out. So I really like that about it.
Right.
That's a wonderful story. Thank you for sharing that, Margaret.
Yes, absolutely.
We like that you use all four.
Yes, I know. Well, I've seen Carolyn Johnson use them, too. We've roomed together sometimes, and she's masterful at the way she mixes them, too.
Well, I was so glad, and Aria mixes, too, and she helped me with a friend of ours who is dark complected, and told me what I could use, recommended what she thought would work for this young friend of ours, Alex. You might remember her, Beverly, and I'm sure you do.
Yes.
And so
she's an MB30er. Yep.
Yes, she is. And so it's real nice to know that you can mix them and to hear how other people mix theirs. But that's what I do, and
yeah, that's beautiful.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Margaret. We appreciate you sharing your story and your experience. Being in that part of Alabama, you do get a lot of that, especially sunshine, the majority of the year as well in that southern sector of the United States. Well, let's talk about the purposes Joe wanted us to give some very high-level what makes our products unique and different from other comparable products in the marketplace. The first one, I do want to talk, and I want to welcome Gordon Morton.
Thank you. Sorry, I was a little late.
Gordon, I looked at him today and I said, wow, you got a lot of sun today.
Yeah, I got burnt this morning. I put on sunblock and went jogging. But in Beverly's world is really bad, so I kind of went around to hide it. And then I came in late to the call, and I almost tripped and unplugged the phone. So that should give you a tremendous amount of confidence in anything that comes out of my mouth.
No, but let me tell you, one of the things that will be lovely for your face, of course, tonight, because as you well are aware of the amazing studies of how the mangosteen calms and soothes irritation, and we have clinical studies with all of the XANGO topical skin nutrition, and one of the greatest is you can also spritz yourself with the toner, and that helps to calm with any irritations, insect bites. I've used it when I've traveled in very remote parts of the world, and all of a sudden I get something that I'm afraid I picked up in the shower, and I will use it to spray on my skin, and it just calms that skin down immediately. I know, Carolyn, that's something you used as well when you had some inflammation on your chest, and that was the only thing you could really use was the Glimpse toner.
Well, there's an interesting story that happened on one of the Discovery Club trips. My wife got sunburned pretty badly. This was before we had Glimpse.
Right.
And one of our Hawaiian distributors, Iolani, I remember said to my wife, you need to put XANGO juice on a towelette or something and put it on your actual sunburn.
Right.
So my wife asked me, what do you think? I don't know, hon. I have no idea what I was going to do. But she did it, and she put it on the little towel, like the wash towel in the room, put it on her back, and we were talking, and about half an hour later, she pulled this thing off, and the irony is there was this beautiful, like, white spot right there where the inflammation had gone down and the red was all around it. Yeah, it was honestly the most amazing testimonial you could ever see.
Yes. Right.
And it leads right back to what we knew going into this, that mangosteen has this amazing quality as internally that we use for our juice, but also topically for its transdermal benefits. And historically it was used, ground up into a poultice and applied topically, and then used obviously internally for things like dysentery and whatnot.
Excellent.
So, yeah.
No.
And now we've been able to capture those benefits in products like Glimpse and Luminescence and Junie and whatnot.
Absolutely. And we do, for all of you, now the clinical studies are today in the back office, so when you click on the products and you go to the one that you want, you will have to sign in with your distributor ID, but there are clinical studies even with all of the Glimpse, and especially with the Glimpse pericarp oil, which is now called the Repair. We burned skin in vitro, and it completely calmed inflammation and reduced it completely. Well, let's talk about some of the uniqueness of the Glimpse mineral treatment. Just this week, Kelly, as well, Joe Morton had some skin irritation. He did not realize he was putting some of the XANGO around his eyes before he went in the sun and jogged for 100 miles, if he did 100 that day. I'm exaggerating, but, Joe is training. And I saw Joe last week on the product call, and I said, Joe, what is that what are those red whelps around your eyes? And he said, Beverly, I've been to 3 doctors, blah, 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 we don't know. And I said, what are you putting around your eyes? He told me, and I said, make a paste tonight with the Glimpse mineral treatment. Just take some that you have at home with the mangosteen pericarp oil, and I just want you to gently tap it around the eyes. I get this text the next morning, you're a miracle worker. And he said, I can't believe it. And so we were talking about that on Saturday when we were together again. But I want to tell you why that happened. Obviously the mangosteen pericarp oil, but we know that sun protection and hydration, the sun is amazing energy life force. We need sun for our vitamin D, and most of us don't get enough. However, it is prudent to also be, I know, sorry, Gordon, to be aware, because when we haven't been in the sun, we will get those burns, and it is UV damage. And what Margaret talked about, exposure to sun's UV rays over time, really does cause damage to collagen structure, which not only accelerates the aging process, but also introduces a lot of inflammation to the skin, and that's where many people can have challenges with other topical, dark spots that some can be cancerous, etc. So let's talk about some of the recommended products. Of course, always protecting your skin with the Glimpse mineral treatment. I do the same. I love to finish at the end, just as Margaret talked about, with the sheer, because it has this pearl effect in it, which I love. It gives me a very healthy glow and sheen. But the reason your Glimpse mineral treatment is different is the XANGO actives, exactly what Gordon was talking about. We took the Bioactive X3, and which really delivers the optimal topical nutrition from the mangosteen. And of course, the Bioactive X3 is your pericarp oil, your polymeric, and your acidic. These are 3 unique ingredients that we created when we created the Glimpse topical nutrition that all are, I call them super-powered antioxidants from the mangosteen. One of the key ingredients that is what we call a physical barrier is your zinc oxide. Now, the zinc oxide, it's really important for you to know this is not micronized. That's really important, because when someone has micronized zinc oxide, it can be very dangerous, and it can travel to into parts of the body that you do not want it to go. So we do triple mill it for that reason. That's why I have that triple milling. But it's important to know that point of difference for your safety. What does our zinc oxide do? It enhances the barrier to also soothing. That's why when I told Joe, make a paste with the mineral treatment and the mangosteen pericarp oil, anyone, if you have a bite, if you have any kind of skin irritation, if you'll make a paste and sleep in it at night, it's just like a little miracle thing. And we all get them when we're traveling. It just happens on the airplanes or whatever. At the worst time, there's something that might pop up or a little rash or whatever.
And just constant exposure to the elements, too. It's just
exactly.
Like you were mentioning Joe yesterday on the way out of the office. He says he stops by. I was standing there with Gina, and Joe and I were talking. Not this Gina. Gina. And so Joe said, "All right, I'm going to bike home now." Now, if you know where Joe lives, he's
biked downstairs.
He's going to bike home.
I know.
And so I looked at Gina and I said, "Those are words you'll never actually hear me say." but you put that kind of exposure not only not just to the skin with the sun that he was exposed to, but also the pollution along the I-15 and the whatever is pesticides in there, herbicides, and your skin will get brutalized over an average day like that.
Right, exactly. And especially Joe, I think it was raining too when he left, bless his heart. But let's talk about just a few I want to highlight. We chose to use an energizing gemstone complex. And and this was developed exclusively for us in our topical treatment. And the reason why is our gemstone complex, if you notice on everything we do with Glimpse, we call it topical skin nutrition. It actually energizes your skin's appearance, and what that does is it boosts that radiance and luminosity that you won't get in some of the other formulas out there on the market. But it's also more hydrating on the skin. We chose to use a 100% pure vegan silk powder, and this nourishes the skin as well. We also have a vegan oat protein powder, and this we use the oat protein. And remember, all of our products, every single XANGO product is gluten-free. That's so important for you to know. Carolyn, you were asking me the question last night. Someone called you and asked you about one of the formulas in XANGO. I don't know which one. So whether it's a nutrition or a topical, we are gluten-free on everything. And we might put that in the future on all of our little products. That's something we ought to do. It's great, yeah. Thank you, Yoko. Thank you. We also have added a pearl powder to the mineral treatment, and we do this because it protects the skin as well. Many people have overabundance of an oil production, and that helps to balance and even out that oil and those dry pockets within the skin. So you'll notice we call it mineral treatment. It helps with the topical skin nutrition, with the mangosteen, of course. As Margaret shared, it depends on your skin type. Many people love to spritz throughout the day. For me, I prefer to even sometimes add a little bit more moisture because of the amounts of air travel I do. I get more dehydrated with my skin. So you can, choose to do either one. Let's see, Yasua, you were saying there is a video?
Yes,
how to apply, and where is it?
glimpseblog.com.
glimpseblog.com.
And you can do that search with the mineral treatment, and then you can see the couple video.
Okay.
How to
apply and how to use it. And there's so many different ways now. I would love to, even update that. But let's talk about that toner, Carolyn, that you used. I remember that horrible skin rash you had on your chest.
It was a rash. It was a rash, and I was just digging at it. I was trying to even use some of the other Glimpse stuff, and nothing worked.
Right, because you needed to calm that inflammation.
Right, and so you suggested that I try this toner, and I said, toner? I mean, I was just like, really?
I know, she always questions me.
That's a challenge in me,
I love it.
So I did, and I could not believe how immediate it was in stopping it. And I just put it on for several days, and it's gone.
Well, now let me tell you the reason why. Is the majority of the toner is your mangosteen water. We sent it out for when we created, and we fill a big tea bag almost. It's like a big cord, and we make mangosteen water. And so it's not just putting a little bit of mangosteen in there and saying, oh, we have mangosteen water. We actually steep it before we make it. And so when we sent out the water, I wanted to know, are we getting the transfer, like you and I were talking about that transfer of emotion, which is so important in leadership. Are we getting the xanthones? Are we getting the catechins? Are we getting the proanthocyanidins? What are we getting? Are we getting all the great catechins as well? And yes, we measured it. We had all the xanthones. We had catechins, proanthocyanidins. So when you sprayed your chest, you were getting a dose of topical mangosteen. Wow. That's why Gordon and I just said spray your face. Mm-hmm. You're just getting washed in just very soothing mangosteen.
You're overselling.
I love it.
I'm a fan.
Oh, no. Can you tell I'm excited?
And men out there, do not shy away from having discussions about skincare. You know,
ask Tommy.
Tommy is
Tommy
great.
is a weightlifting, motorcycle riding,
MB30 kind of cool guy,
and he will tell you that he's comfortable talking about skincare. And
he wrote a whole thing on it, put it on the internet.
Yeah.
Good job, Mom.
Yeah.
Sensitive but tough.
I know. Yeah. I love it.
No, the transdermal benefits are absolute. And if you've been using the Glimpse product line for any amount of time, you get it. It becomes part of your own personal homeostasis every day. You can't. For me, I have a routine that involves the cleanser in the shower and then the toner as soon as I get out and the moisturizer and not always serum. Beverly has been trying to get me to be more creative with the serum use, but
you're still young.
So it is.
It is an anti-aging product.
Okay. Anyway, these Carolyn gives a great testimonial, but men, it's fantastic for anyone out there that's listening to this. It's not a female-only product line.
No. So the toner is perfect as a complement for the summer. I don't travel. I mean, I always have it with me because it calms that inflammation on anything. It's Kent Wood's favorite product. He just spritzes. I mean, he'll take it and spray it all the time, which is actually fun.
Matter of fact, if you run out of it, the worst thing is when you spray that last spray and the comes out at the end.
I know. There you go.
Even as much as we have easy access to product every day here, I get bummed out if I have to wait to get the toner. So.
I know. It's true. And so that's why when we say the very first we do talk about this we are the mangosteen company. And it is not just a fairy dusting. It truly is saturated with those amazing benefits. It's not just a toner. It's like spraying the topical benefits of mangosteen on your skin. Let's quickly talk about the Brighten, which is another one of my very favorites, because this is recovery and anti-aging. Of course, we know that XANGO has the xanthones are the highest form of antioxidants that we know in science today. And antioxidants help to kind of mop up those free radicals that cause aging and skin breakdown, skin inflammation, all kinds of issues for the skin, internally as well as externally. Well, we recommend, of course, the Brighten for the summertime, and the reason we called it Brighten, now you'll notice that we never intended to launch these as individual products. I don't know if there's some of you on the call. I know, Sandy, you'll remember the first time we launched the pericarp oil at Vegas. We sold out within 30 minutes because all of you knew the great benefits of our mangosteen pericarp oil. Well, it's the same. I remember I'd never told you. You would come to Utah for something, Carolyn, and you said, I don't know what's going on with my skin. I'm so dry. And Carolyn has always had more oil production than you have had dry. I didn't tell you what it was, but I sent it to you. And it looked like the juice. It was this little red kind of sticky serum. Yeah. And it's sticky because it's in a pure base of vegetable glycerin when we ferment it. So what happened?
Well,
she didn't know I was going to ask her.
I know. Well, it's hard. It's really hard for me to explain, except for I can see the difference in my skin, just the reaction of my skin,
right,
and the coloring, the pigmentation. Which I don't really have a lot of pigmentation, but I could just see the difference in I don't know how to explain it.
Not now. I mean, your skin looks 100% better.
Well, yeah.
You've been on Glimpse, the last 5 years. For sure.
Well, I've shared can I share my story from this morning? This morning I was talking to a gal that she's a masseuse, and she's now thinking about doing facials. And I said, well, I don't get facials because they will never let me use my own products. They want to use their products, so I just won't get them. I mean, it's kind of like Gordon. I won't travel without my own products anymore.
Yeah, I do my full size. Yeah.
And so she looked at me and she said, I couldn't even imagine putting something else on you other than what you're using. And I said, really? She said, you would not believe your skin in comparison. And she has hundreds and hundreds of clients.
Yeah.
And she said, your skin is different than any client I've ever worked on. She said, whatever it is you're using, when I get started with that, I want to know more information. Plus, I would never even think of putting something else on you. So that was kind of...
And that's a compliment. I mean, a 25-year-old or a 20-year-old, I mean, that's just God's gift to them at that age. Sorry. But Carolyn, for our age, it's pretty good, and I can say that. Because we are the seniors in the room, I think, anyway. But moving right along, the reason I want to share with you, you will, if you, in competitive products, you will see a splash of this and a splash of that, and it's called superoxide dismutase, and it's an enzyme that actually repairs cells and reduces damage that's been done either by UV radiation or lifestyle choices or food choices, lack of sleep, whatever it is. The SOD is key to the production of healthy fibroblasts. And all that means is it just builds skin and skin-building cells. And you will see very famous companies and other brands that will have a teeny tiny percentage of this in their products. This is what your Brighten is. Your Glimpse Luminescence Brighten delivers the most concentrated essence, the most concentrated essence, I want to repeat that again, of xanthones. Your Brighten, in any product within except for our XANGO juice, and of course, and that's why it looks the color it does. The way we fermented this, it has the highest amount of xanthones. It protects the skin and helps to prevent it. That's why I'll say use it in your body lotion. Use it everywhere. I put squirts in my mouth. It's amazing because it's just mangosteen and pure vegetable glycerin, and it's produced in a pharmaceutical facility in Japan. Brighten does just what it says. The more you use it, it protects, it brightens, and it helps to brighten the skin from uneven skin tone from where we have damaged it. Because that's the beauty of the body, whether it's nutrition or topical, you can repair. When you love, honor, and give your body the right nutrients, water, supplementation, topically, internally, good thoughts, your whole life changes, and you're able to live a much longer and healthier life. So I'm excited. Can you tell I'm excited?
Yes.
Now you didn't know that about Brighten, did you? That it
no.
has the
As a matter of fact, did you see I'm writing notes?
I loved it.
Beverly is in a really energetic space today. She's like a little firecracker. Have you guys noticed that? She's always happy.
Well, I'm passionate. I'm passionate about our brands.
Well, can I just say this too from a sales perspective, and I'll jump in. This is our skincare products, all of them, are very easy products to edify and to actually give natural endorsements to, because if you're doing the XANGO business full time, you should have Junie hand lotion and hand soap on your sinks in all your bathrooms in your house. And if you don't, if you got some crappy competitor product on the sink that you're giving free advertisements for the guests in your house, you need to throw that away and replace it with Junie products.
I know.
And you should never let a member of your organization ever see any product in your shower that isn't, or your bathroom that isn't a XANGO skincare product.
Right.
And travel with it. Like Carolyn said, you get the crappiest crap of the crap in hotel rooms, and we travel, and you get that magic tube of shampoo / conditioner / mouthwash toothpaste all in one, and you're supposed to use it for all of the above. And it's crap.
It is crap.
I don't know what other way to say it. You should be traveling with your products. And what is always kind of fun, if you're traveling with a XANGO group and you've just run out of your toner, the last spritz, you just know who's in the room across the hall, right? You're like, hey, howdy, and Joe and I will compare notes, because at any given time you're running out of something when you travel as much as we do. So, travel with it. Use it. Yeah. It's easy to edify the products. We talk about edification usually when we think about people, like we're edifying other people. But use the opportunity to edify the products, and that's easy to do when you're using them every day, like our skincare.
Right.
So, sorry, I'm up to
I love it.
Soapbox.
I love it, and it's so true, because when we're in homes and I go to the bathroom in home, I'm so disappointed when I see what you just said, crappy other stuff.
Yeah, with sodium lauryl sulfate and
yeah.
I never could understood how you can own your own store but go buy from somebody else.
I know.
Right.
I don't get that.
I'm sure Sam Walton was a really nice guy, but if you have the ability to put money in the pockets of your friends and family building a XANGO business, why would you buy
better product?
Skincare? Exactly.
Yeah, that's vegan-based, and we are the Mangosteen Company. We're getting toward the end of the month, and we want this to be the best month ever. And I think we have a few product specials, Yahweh?
Yes. Last week, the call, we introduced a couple nutritional packs, which was the Be Bigger pack.
Woo.
So this is available from May 16th to June 17th, and you save $22. And it includes Saveo Shaker Cup, Reload, and LV.
And that's what's in it?
So Saveo Shaker Cup, Reload, and LV.
Okay.
And you save $22. So it was announced last week
on the call with Joe. Okay.
And also we have a Feel Good pack.
Okay.
This is like really good for Father's Day gifts. And this will
That's
end.
right. Father's Day is June 16th.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it could be your wish list for your wife or kids. This one includes Limitless.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 365, omega-3, Saveo Shaker Cup, and you save $20.
Okay.
So you can order this on MXO.
And where do you find it on XANGO.com? Right on the front, if you click the little...
Yeah, just go to the shop XANGO and then feature product. No, I'm sorry. Sizzling Summer Special.
Sizzling Summer Special with the umbrella that looks like Hawaii. I always want to go. Yeah. Summer Sizzle. Okay, perfect. Okay.
So that one has a Limitless, 365, Precise Omega-3, Saveo Shaker Cup.
And it's the Limitless single sticks, right?
Yes, 20.
Okay, 20. Okay,
yes.
Got it. Okay.
And today I want to introduce that the pack includes the mineral treatment in the corner. So it's called Glimpse Refresh and Protect, and we have a different shade.
So you've got light, medium, deep, sheer, and...
each one of them.
Okay.
So this is great because with that, the price for mineral treatment and toner, if you get this pack, you get additional toner for free.
Are you serious?
Yes.
How did you do that? Yoko, did you approve this?
Gary approved it.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble. No, he's a financial genius. He watches every penny, let me tell you. Not much gets around him.
So you get 2 colors and the mineral treatment of your choice of color, and basically, you're saving $35.
Yes, that was perfect. You didn't. I mean, we don't want to run out of that toner this summer.
Yes.
Yep, I love it.
That's actually a perfect promotion because that's what I run out of.
The most. I know, everyone does.
Yeah.
And then what else do we have?
So we talk about Brighten today. So we come up with the twin pack.
Okay.
So you get 2 Luminescence Brighten, but you save $46. I just ran out. I just opened my last
That's amazing. I love it.
This pack will be available by until the end of this month, but if you call in and place the order, this the Glimpse one, the mineral treatment and toner and Brighten, these packs, if you order through call center today. Are you gonna be mad at me?
I don't know. What are you saying?
I am giving away Junie lip balm for free.
Today? But wait, what is the definition of today? Midnight Mountain Standard Time?
Starting now till
Friday
midnight.
And how many lip balm are you giving away?
I think 3.
So 3?
So if you buy 2 packs, you get 2 of 3 packs.
6?
This is like one of those infomercials.
I know.
It's like when you order the Ginsu cutting knife.
Don't hesitate.
Okay, but what's your definition duration of today? How long does today last? Through midnight? Or
Tomorrow. Friday.
Tomorrow. Okay.
Tomorrow midnight.
Tomorrow midnight. Mountain Standard Time?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so let's just recap this. So with you get the
Kelly.
toners and you get the mid-roll makeup, and if you order any time between now and midnight tomorrow, then you get a free 3-pack of Junie lip balm.
Yes.
Correct.
Almost sizzler.
Right. If you order the Brighten, same time frame,
yes.
you get also lip balm.
Yes.
Now, these are actually still available until June 1st, though if they miss that time frame and don't get the lip balm. Is that correct?
That's correct. That lip balm still will end tomorrow night.
Okay.
And then these end June 1st. These are the ones June 1st at midnight. Is that right? But how long do these specials last?
This will be available till June 1st.
Okay. Cool. All righty. So, Joe, Aaron, they must not care they're not here, Gordon. You're
They
here.
don't care.
I know.
They work some part-time.
Can't carry. No, we love them. They're actually Joe is traveling, obviously, of course, today, and Gary is also had another appointment out of the office, and Kent and Aaron, but they've been in and out. So we just please know how grateful we are for each of you. This is the month end. Let's make this the best. There's one thing that I know that we are grateful for your partnership, your leadership, and we are just beginning. And I love it. I just have to share this. Your Ignite sales, Yoko, tripled this last month? 60% Ignite sales up just in this month alone. So never underestimate those baby boomers. But we are having 1Ks, 5Ks pop like crazy on our MB30. We had 3 meetings last night in Utah alone and streamed it live. You can go back in and see it. 18 this week that Tommy is doing. So find your passion. Gordon was part of the largest check that when we all met 17 years ago in that company. Wow. I believe it was Destiny. When I say there were, I remember Kent Wood was our auditor, and that's where we met Dwayne and Aaron and Gordon and Joe. And as I said, Kent was the little red-headed boy I thought was just so young out of high school, but he wasn't. He was out of college at the time.
He still looks young.
He still looks young. What would be the one thing that you would say from month end to our leaders?
Well, it came up today in the meeting. Carolyn, we were in the office. We were talking today with your guests and who are joining us today about both belief and passion, about both being absolute keys to success in this industry. And I was always taught, and as the guy that mentored me in the field, used to talk about the magic combination of belief and passion. And when you're on fire and excited about something, people will come from miles around to feel the heat. And my dad likes to point out that the word enthusiasm, the last few initials or the last few letters in enthusiasm stand for I am sold myself. And he always taught me that growing up, that if you have the belief level and the passion about it, this business is as easy as falling off a log. It really is. It is a truly wonderful business to be in, and we have a couple of hours left of the month for May, and we have plenty of incentives to order if you want to get your last product. It's free lip balm. That was a surprise to all of us in the room. Yeah. Lip balm. And we are very fortunate because in this part of the world we have the lip balm. I don't know if you know, but it's become almost a second currency outside of the United States. And everybody that's in the room that's laughing knows.
Europe and Russia.
Yes, the lip balm market for XANGO it's almost like a universal currency. Yeah. So you can actually use it and trade for goods in other countries. So anyway, get your lip balm. And I should put in one more plug again that the price for convention goes up June 1st. Ooh. So if you have not booked your ticket for convention, get it now. Yeah. As I said last week, all the cool kids will be there. And we will throw a bash. This is Salt Lake City. So when you take several thousand people that are as excited as our convention attendees get, and you put them into the downtown section of Salt Lake City, it gets very lively, so you should be there. It's definitely worth seeing.
Absolutely. Well, we love each and every one of you. Stand straight, stand tall, hold those shoulders back, and love and honor who you are with passion and belief. God bless you all. Good night, everyone.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.